Bhairava Kaalike Namostute. Om Namo Bhairavaaya Namo Namah. Om Namo Bhairavaaya Swaha. Om ADYA Namaha. Om ADYA Namaha. Om ADYA Namaha. Jai Madhya. So good morning, and we are back on yet another video, and today, as promised, we are moving into the subject of Ma Adya Kali and her sadhana vidhi. We'll also be addressing the Bring Devi Home initiative, where we will be distributing her photographs. And I have seen the comments of most of that you have written, and I realized the need to address how to take care of the photograph at home. We will address that also. Before that, we will touch upon our dearest, sweetest, most loving Guru who was born in Dwapar Yuga, whose messages are for Kaliyuga. We will first address that, because why are we going towards an astral form of Devi when there are so many physical amshas that she has placed about herself, her own amshas that she has placed, be it Shakti Pidas, be it the Mahavidyas, the path to Mahavidyas, all that she has placed. But why is it that we desperately run after one specific astral form and not a Mahavidya or a Shakti Pida? What is the logic behind that? For that, we will go through a small section in this video where we address the Krishna and the messages in Srimad Bhagavatam about Kaliyuga itself. So, as you are all aware, from the lineage of the Pandavas, the ruling king by the name Parikshit, and his encounter with Kaliyuga itself, how he envisioned and realized the presence of Kali, and how it was going to be, and the message. See, please understand that as you go higher in the path of sadhana, every day the prakriti begins. Once, like I told you, karma is here, you are here, and you start burning it at a rapid pace, and you reach somewhere and start touching it. So the prakriti is no longer enslaving you and keeping you a victim to your karma. However, you at this point have the ability to use prakriti to your advantage. So small messages, nature giving you signs, something out of the blue that happens, and that gives a sign about this deity, go to this temple, this is going to happen in your life. All those will start coming up. These experiences are to be expected once one is on par with the karma. So similar event has happened in the life of King Parikshit. So as he was one day out on a stroll, he comes across a bull and a cow. So we are aware of the stories, very beautiful renditions, and with proper editing and with proper imagery. There are videos that address this incident. However, I don't have any editing skills, nor do I have any studio recorded stuff. So this event, this historical event, is very important. So I am touching base on it now. So he notices a bull standing on a single leg, and all the other three legs are broken or injured. Very surprised, as he walks towards it, he sees a bull is now standing next to a cow. Now, as he watches, he realizes that the cow and the bull are having a dialogue between each other, and he's listening in. So this could have, maybe it had happened in his subconscious. Maybe it happened in a dream. It could be anything. History is open to interpretations. So the four legs of the bull represent penance, charity, purity, and the truth. And the only leg that the bull was now standing on is truth, which means the other three incidences, penance, purity, charity, has already left. Okay, and in Kaliyuga, only truth is still alive. And because of truth, the bull, that is an embodiment of dharma itself, is standing over there. So Parikshit watches this with utter curiosity, and he is very confused on why the bull is standing on one leg, why the three other legs are broken for a bull, and why the cow is shedding tears and speaking in great dismay about how after Sri Krishna left the earthly planes, life has become so terrible. So he's listening to this. During this time, a very angry, arrogant and extremely nasty looking man walks up to them and starts hitting the cow and the bull very badly. Parikshit is dismayed because he is a Dharma Veera, and he runs towards the bull, and the cow stops the man and asks him what is happening. So then the cow and the bull explain that the bull represents Dharma itself. Penance is gone, charity is gone, purity is gone. Look around you. There is nobody doing any penance. There is nobody doing charity out of will. They do, even if you're doing charity, you do it to think of what is the benefit you get. Only then you think of charity. Does it come from within you? It does not. What is the likelihood that somebody is doing charity out of free will? So I have some, in my real life itself, I once had a colleague who would, whenever I was standing in the tea shop with him, he would buy biscuits and feed the dogs. So I would ask him, why are you doing this? Specifically, he says, feeding dogs will give relief from karma because it is a Vahana of Bhairava. So I used to wonder, so you feed dog not because you want to see its beautiful eyes fill up with love as it eats your food, nor do you feed it out of the urge that you want to fill its stomach and make it feel good. No, you do it because Bhairava is pleased. That is why you are doing it. So charity by itself is no longer being done for charity. It is being done so that we get something. So this very beautifully, the broken leg of the bull represents that. Penance, everybody thinks they are born out of pious, and everybody thinks that any suffering they have is because of karma, and so simply maybe suffer. There is no urge to go after the deities and attain a state wherein you are overcoming karma and getting on par of it. That is not there. Penance though is not there only. Purity, right from the milk, the ghee that you offer into the fire, the homa that you purchase, and it gets delivered to your doorstep itself. Earlier if somebody has to perform homa, he used to procure the milk. Probably for that he'll have to feed the cows, graze the cows, take care of the cows, take care of its pregnancy, then take the calf out, feed the calf. First adhikara of the milk goes to the calf, then he takes the milk, then he has to make ghee, then that ghee has to be heated and then offered in the homa. So much of processes were there. Now it's industrialized, and ghee, what is your adhikara to the ghee itself? It is zero, because there is no pain that you go through when you are offering that samagri into the homa anymore. So how pure or how powerful or relevant is homa itself when you are not putting any effort into procuring that ghee? Now you are paying somebody else to do the homa for you. Is it not Kali that is still running the show? When you are paying and that person is also forced to give his services for money so that he can also survive, the one doing your homa for you, then what is your relevance of its purity? Purity is lost from every facet of our life itself. It is neither there in the most divine places, nor is it there in the divine vidhis or rituals. Only thing that you can still keep pure is your own body now. Because everything else, the moment you keep one step out of your house, purity is gone. You cannot ensure purity anymore. The milk that you get, the breeds of cows that are around are no longer born in that specific land. It has come from alien lands so that it can give maximum milk. So the cow that I had posted a video of yesterday, it's from the Kangayam breed, and it can only make 2 to 3 liters of milk, which is sufficient for the family and your neighbor. Family and the neighbor. Okay. From that, if I make the ghee and if I do homa, it is very potent, because the cow is from the land. However, now nobody keeps these cows. Why? Because now there are cows that give 20 liters, 15 liters, 10 liters. Why will you waste money and give the same amount of feed to a cow that gives only 3 or 4 liters for 5 to 6 months? In a year, entire year, why would you waste your time? Go get a foreign import cow which will give you 20 liters. You can, even if you give it to the society at 40 rupees per liter, you can make some money. Again money, Kali. So purity as such is completely gone. That is what the ox's broken leg has represented. What is pure now? There is nothing pure. Everything is gone. So what is the only thing that is left? Truth. This truth. To be honest and completely accepting that every divine ritual has broken. To honestly accept that, to even think of keeping that one cow, the entire society will mold and take that cow away from you. So if I have to keep this cow, for that I have to buy bags. I saw a comment which says that you are so lucky. Let me tell you how difficult it is to keep a cow. Number one, there is no grazing lands. Number two, you cannot leave the cow on the roads. You have to take care of it inside your house itself, which means the cow is also very depressed. Cow is not as happy as it was supposed to be. Only thing you can give them is a lot of love and attention. A lot of snacks like banana, fruits, you can keep them happy. However, it does not have grazing lands. 50 kg bags is what the food comes in, and it comes in courier, and the food is, they are not sincere. They put preservatives into the food. So even if you want to keep an Indian breed of cow, that is the cow of the land, you are not able to, because even in its feed there is frauds happening, there is preservatives happening. So if I weigh 50 kg bags, won't be 50 kg bags, it will be 1 kilo lesser. So 10 bags he's saving, 10 kilos he can put it into the next bag. He doesn't even think, it is going to the Gau Mata, because there is no Gau Mata. It is all foreign import breeds. Gau Mata is the Indian cow that is born in the Indian land, that even Parashurama, when his Kamadhenu was taken away by the king, for which he went through his divine purpose, that bloodline should come. That is why the Indian breed of dog, I talk about. The pure white breed, the Rajapalim, is the Indian breed of dog. So you need the same dog and the cow and all that was walking around from the Satyuga itself. That bloodline we are trying to bring. That is why I specifically say the animal needs to be born in the land. So anyway, so purity is gone. We want cows that will give 20 liters of milk. We want buffalo that will give 25 liters of milk. Why do we need that? Because even the holy cow is quantified by how much it can produce, and not by the quality of its 2 liters of milk. The Kangayam cow is known that it will smell the body odor of its master, the one who's feeding it, and it will go specifically and graze in specific pockets of the grazing lands. That jadi booty, that herbs, that will give specific immunity in its milk, and then it will come and give the milk, so that master, the one it can consider as a son, the feeding, the son, the master, whatever you want to call, so that the master's physical ailment is cured, health issue is cured. So that level of love, that is why it is called a Gau Mata. However, today to keep a Gau Mata, it is pure pain. There will be nobody who will come and help you out. Even to move the bags of food from a courier office to your home, that will cost equal to the food. Nobody is sincere. Nobody considers the Gau Mata in any way worth serving. So keeping a cow today is probably the most physically daunting thing. However, therein lies a secret, that the more you put physical pain into these sort of things, it is Shanishwara that is exalted, and he'll take care of you, and he'll give you higher levels of spirituality. So the faster progress, if a guru comes on online and talks about something, tell me, I'll tell him one thing: how much cows do you serve in a day? Show me how much you cleaned, how much Gaushala you have cleaned. These are the fastest, because that immediately opens up, Shanishwara opens up the Prakriti for you. Open it. Very fast it is. That is why Gau Seva is paramount, and it should be a Gau born in. However, I don't want to be cruel and say that don't serve the cows that are born from a foreign land. That is too cruel. However, the Indian cow, that is called Indian, born in this land from the Satyuga, that breed is still around. That Indian one, that is very pure. And to serve that is your biggest kavacha itself. So that is why the video about yesterday was my and also, though we are divulging a little, in the earlier days with the kings, during the king's times, where do you make the well of the village? That was decided by where the female cow would pass urine, because she would walk and then suddenly she would stop somewhere and she would pass her urine, and then that spot they would check with the coconut and all, and they will dig the well there, because that was seen as a nimitta. Also, when I went to buy a bull, this calf was there. I was not interested in buying a calf, female cow. So she was 8 months old, roughly. The moment I went and stood next to her, she turned and she passed her Gau Mutra onto me. So that immediately they were like, the people, now this is the sign. That never happens. So if she's doing it, there is a reason for it. This is seen as the ancient sign of permission, adhikara, to own that cow then. So that is why I got that cow. Otherwise, only I was supposed to have the bull. Anyway, we're divulging. So purity. Right from the ghee that you're offering into the fire itself is no longer pure because it is adulterated, number one. Number two, the adhikara for you to offer it to the ghee should come by you feeding a cow, taking care of a cow, cleaning the cow, gaushala, ensuring it is fed the water, that pain. So when you're doing the purity part, this simple concept itself tells you how much pain it is in Kali Yuga for you to have the adhikara to do a homa. You will get destroyed. Feeding a cow today is so difficult. It's been more than a year now. I've crossed a year. It's been really, really tough. Getting food, everything is adulterated. It's like 100% profit. So anytime somebody has donated or said that they want to donate anything, I always say that if I will not take money for myself because she keeps me really well, I have insufficient money. However, if you want to do something, the karma that if I am going to give you an upadesha and there's a karma to it, you give me a bag of cow food. That is what you do. And if we meet in person, you give me a bag of food for me to eat. That is sufficient. Don't give me money. Money is very dangerous. Money is very dangerous. Money is a direct transmitting of karma. So I always say that you want to do something, you're feeling the urge to do something, one bag of food you give for my cow. Otherwise, don't give me anything, because money is very, these days as Kali Yuga progresses, the monks and the sadhus will be born into the bloodlines where they have money, so that they don't have to do their services for money. This will happen very soon. Now that Kali Yuga, we have crossed the first golden age, 50% is crossed. The first 10,000 years is when the golden age was there. Now that is crossed. The sadhus and monks and the gurus will no longer come from the known bloodlines, and they will be born as spiritual orphans, and they will have their own wealth, so that they don't have to depend for their survival, because people will not do it anymore. So charity is gone. The next leg of the ox is charity. It is gone. What is charity? If I need to think of how to get my next meal, by begging it's not going to come. So how will I be clear and 100% dharmic when I have to go and fend for money? Charity is gone. So that is where the gurus and the monks have now been forced to get into all the malicious activities, so that they can fend for themselves and keep their houses running. Nobody is able to 100% devote into this. That is why I also know that I am born into a specific setup, so that I can talk like this without having any fear, because money she will directly give me by my own skills, which I have gained over the years. I don't have to go and depend on someone else for donations, all, because money is no longer clean. It is not the money that was there in Satyuga, which was given out of pure love, pure respect for it. It was given as if the adhikara to give you money should come in my karma. If I am giving somebody, a monk, if I am giving 10 rupees, that adhikara to give money to that monk should be earned by me. That is considered as I am greater. But now when we give 10 rupees to a monk, we expect the monk to show expressions of gratitude. Arey, you are God. When you give money, you feel you are God. You are not God. That monk who's taking money from you has given you the permission to serve that day's meal. So money as such is like more or less gone. However, to keep a cow, one has to go through all the circus today. So anytime anybody says that I want to do something, so I say, give me a bag of cow feed. That is the only thing I can take, because whatever, it is only the cow born in this land, that is this karma bhumi that is called Bharata. That is the most powerful kavacha you will have. I say that if somebody attacks me in a way that I am not able to continue my sustenance, my dogs will protect me, not by physically biting. The urge that they're waiting for me to come and feed them, that will protect that urge. That is Bhairava. But however, even if all the dogs are not there, that one cow that I showed in yesterday's video, she'll wait for me every day. If I don't get home, she will be very sad. That simple cow has the entire Devaloka within her. That is the greatest kavacha. Anyway, we divulge. So why the cow and the bull were shown as the example in front of Parikshit, the king, was because of this. They are the greatest representatives of dharma and bhakti. The cow is the representative of bhakti. Cow should be kept at the highest. So when you talk to me about 100 crore, 1 crore japa accounts, and you talk about 10 million views, to show me your cow. How many cows have you taken care of by yourself? Not by giving one meal and running off. If you have to be a guru, you have to take care of a cow. 24/7 you should be with the guru. That is first adhikara to call yourself a guru should come by the cow that you personally take care. Till you take care, nothing will befall you. Nobody can pull you down. That cow is the greatest kavacha, because the Devaloka is bound to it. Anyway, you would have seen her. I can assure you, what is it like? Even in photographs, people cannot draw such a beautiful eyes as the eye on my female cow. She's just about to be 1.5 years, 2 years. She's 2 years about to be 2 years old. If you see her eyes, you cannot find more beautiful eyes. It'll be like a doe. It'll be drawn like this. I've never seen it in the breed itself, an eye like that. And there's also a reason why I kept her name as Kamakshi. There is a generational curse that I unlocked and found out from my wife's side, so I had to name her Kamakshi. That anyway, we will go into that story to undo that generational curse. I had to name that cow Kamakshi because there is a curse placed on that family by a deity by the name Kamakshi Amman. Again, one of the names of Makali only. Kamakshi is one of the names of Makali. So anyway, let's not divulge. We have already gone 20 minutes into the video. So that is Kaliyuga. It is still surviving on one last bit of it, that is truth. Till truth can be freely uttered like this, you are still fine. You can still hold on. So the man comes, starts brutally beating the limp bull, and Parikshit drives him away and asks him, what is happening? Why are you hitting such a pious animal? The bull, the Vahana of Mahadeva you are hitting, and the cow, the embodiment of Devaloka you are hitting. Then the cow and the bull reveal to him in a subconscious level that the bull represents Dharma, which is crumbling and standing only on truth now. The one person who talks truth against 10,000 unworthy liars, and Bhakti, which is now lamenting and breaking down after the departure of Krishna. So the bull and the cow, this is the reason. Okay. Now coming to the man who was brutally trying to hit Dharma, that is the embodiment of Kaliyuga. That is Kaliyuga itself. So this incident, please go and watch some videos on Kaliyuga, you will understand. Now we need to, we've already crossed 20 minutes. We need to very fast move to the advent of Kaliyuga itself, okay? And how Sri Krishna beautifully quantifies, Sri Krishna is the guru of the human body's survival in Kaliyuga. That's why he came at the end of Dwapara. We think he's not the previous Yuga. He's not relevant. He is most and only relevant in Kaliyuga. Because otherwise, Sri Rama was relevant towards Dwapara Yuga as his messages were forgotten by Duryodhana, by Dhritarashtra, by Shakuni, and everybody, including the Pandavas. Because Sri Rama, what do you think he would have done if somebody says that you have to gamble your wife? How would Sri Rama react? Think for a second. You would think Yudhishthira would have had the guts to say, wager the kingdom or his family if he truly kept Sri Rama at that moment over here? No. So towards the end of Dwapara, Sri Rama's messages were waning out and the advent of the Kaliyuga was beginning. However, Sri Krishna, who ensured that the smooth transition happens to Kaliyuga, his messages are most relevant in Kaliyuga. And he is the guru of the human body. That's why he came as an avatar and not as an astral presence. That's why he lived for 125 years. His messages are for the human body. Till the human is in the body, Sri Krishna is your guru for the human body, for you to live in the corporate, for you to walk in the streets. That is Sri Krishna. Now coming to his messages on Kaliyuga itself. After the war of Kurukshetra, the Pandavas and Sri Krishna were having a dialogue wherein the Pandavas wondered on what is Kaliyuga that you talk about. Right? You say that something extreme is coming. They themselves should have known the answer, because if Sri Rama's messages were properly upheld by them, they would not even have the war itself. However, Sri Rama's message, the how to treat your brothers, how should a brother be, all the message that he had given Treta was no longer relevant in Dwapara. That is why they forgot, and they were the ones who were finally ending the Dwapara by the Shakti of Sri Krishna. Now, Sri Krishna says that he picks out 4 arrows from his quiver and shoots it into 4 directions and asks the Pandavas to fetch it. The Kali, that was until that moment, there till the 9th day of the Kurukshetra war, the Kali was only prevalent in the war grounds where the war had happened. Why? Why did I, a soldier, fight and give my life, lose my hand and leg for an unworthy king like Duryodhana? Why am I even fighting for the sons of Dhritarashtra? Why am I even wasting my life for this? What a selfish world. This sort of thoughts were there in loitering in the war grounds of Kurukshetra. Therein, that is the advent of Kali. Dharma is gone. Even the soldiers who fought on the war no longer are finding meaning on why they are fighting for it. Desha Bhakti and all does not exist because Kaliyuga has started. So Kali was loitering in the grounds of the war, waiting and slowly reaching out onto the world. So the beginning of Kali starts from that war ground. Okay? It is spreading. So Sri Krishna, now here there is a message. He shoots the arrow far and wide to 4 separate directions and it goes many kilometers and falls. Okay, this proves that Kali, though it is restricted to the war grounds, it has started spreading from the 9th day of the war. Now, first is Arjuna. Arjuna walks up, finds the arrow under a tree. He hears a beautiful song of a cuckoo bird. He looks around and he notices that a cuckoo sitting on the tree has a rabbit in its claw, and while it is giving the most beautiful song, it is plucking the rabbit and eating it alive as it bleeds. And the rabbit too is looking at the cuckoo with great admiration while bleeding, not realizing that it is fully bleeding. It is looking at the cuckoo with admiration. Arjuna is shocked and he walks back, makes his way back to Sri Krishna. The next arrow, it is Bhima's turn, and he walks up, finds the arrow in a very strange place where there are 5 wells, 4 wells, and in between there is 1 well. In a very strange way, he notices that the 4 wells that are surrounding the well in the middle is overflowing with sweetest water that is coming from within and then overflowing. However, the well in between has no water. He looks into it and there it's completely dry. However, the 4 other wells that are just around the dry well is full of water overflowing, and it is sweet. It is coming from within and it is non-stop overflowing and it's going waste. Neither is anybody taking water from it, nor is it being given to the well that is empty. However, that is also right there, but in its bed there is no water. Bhima is confused and he walks back. Then comes Nakula. Again, most beautiful representation. This arrow, as he takes the arrow, he realizes, he sees a very divine event wherein a cow is giving birth. A cow giving birth to a calf is considered one of the most auspicious things that can happen in a household. Now, where is the cow and where is the calf? Anyway. So he finds the cow giving birth to a calf, and the moment he sees that, out of respect, he holds the arrow and just stands there watching the cow and the calf. However, he realizes that something strange is happening because the cow keeps on cleaning the calf. As soon as the calf is born, at that moment, the maternal instincts of the Gau Mata is so high that the Gau Mata might even, if I go near my cow and she's giving birth, she will even hit me because she's that protective of the calf. So this calf is now licking. The calf is very clean now, but the cow doesn't stop licking. She keeps on licking and the calf is bleeding now, and nobody is able to take the calf. Very strange. And Nakula walks up. What is this? And he walks back. Then comes Sahadeva. His arrow is at the foot of a mountain that is full of a foresty mountain, he notices. And he notices a big boulder that is coming running down, and it is just sending all the trees flying. And finally he takes the arrow and he's standing in shock, waiting, and then the boulder that is rolling down the hill, it comes near a small tulsi plant and just stops. Very puzzled. This boulder that sends so many large trees flying out of the air, uprooting, it stopped in front of a small plant. Very strange. And he walks back. The Pandavas had reached Sri Krishna and placed the arrows at his feet. Now Sri Krishna explains that Kali which you only see in the battlegrounds has already begun to spread in such far off locations that I shot my arrows. I am Sri Krishna and my arrows have gone kilometers away, yet you have all seen these specific events happen. It's raining. So the first arrow, the arrow of Arjuna. In Kali Yuga, you will notice that there will be people with very, very sweet sounding tone. That voices will be full of beauty and grace and music. They will sound really good. However, they are not good for you. They think they will try to advise you. However, their advice is not good for you. It sounds sweet. It appears sweet. It is not sweet. It is full of venom. So the cuckoo bird, the very, very pious cuckoo bird, is sitting over there and eating the rabbit alive. The cuckoo is eating the rabbit alive, which is so lost in the trance of this rather venomous bird It is not even able to realize that it is being eaten alive. It is bleeding and it cannot even see its own blood. So there will be gurus, there will be people who are appearing to be pious, who are giving you advices, but they are not good for you. It might be your own relatives, it might be your own colleagues, it might be a neighbor, it might be your own father and mother too. Unfortunately, if you are in this design, please realize that it is not your fault, nor is it always your karma. It is also Kali playing a game. So that you are unsettled for life, it is only spirituality that can save you. The first arrow. Next arrow is Bhima. Bhima is, arrow is the most beautiful one. There are wells which are having water that come from within the earth itself. That is generational wealth. So you didn't earn it. It has always been there in your generation. By birth you have inherited it. However, now you have so much that you don't even know how to contain it, and it keeps on overflowing. And right next to you there will be a family. You know, one brother, another brother, and one neighbor. Okay, this brother has inherited a specific company which now gives him so much of wealth that even his great-great-great-grandfather's grandsons cannot consume it fully. It is so much. However, the other brother who inherited another company is struggling, and this brother will not even give a damn about that person. Why? That is Kali. The design is Kali. It is not always the karma. It is Kali. Right next to that, the society has come to such a point where one house, there is enough money to save for that father's son's kids. However, the family right next door does not have the money to pay that month's electricity bill, and that child of that house is no longer even able to go and complete his education so that he can live with dignity. That is also not there. So the 5 overflowing well shows generational wealth overflowing and nobody even caring, even though, you know, a little bit of buckets of water also they will not give the dry well. It has to die and it will go. They will watch as it dies in pleasure. Design of Kali, not always karma. KALIYUGA also places you, by Kala Chakra you are bound to this land and you have to bear this. Nakula sees the divine cow killing its calf. Why? Herein lies the greatest message, that even within the most dharmic locations, in the name of deities itself, there are thugs and thieves. You have to find the right one. The cow here represents one, the Devaloka, and number 2, it also represents the parents. So, as per the normal process, the cow cleans it up and feeds the first milk is offered to the newborn calf, and then the calf is taken away, kept secured. Because the calves are just like puppies, they are also like little wild. They will run into the road, they will go bang somewhere, they'll break their legs and all. All this nonsense happens with the calves. So they have to be kept safe. However, this cow continues to lick it. Either is it giving the first milk, so the nourishment of the parent no longer is embodied in that cow because Kali has taken over, nor is it allowing others to take care of the calf. By treating the child that is already out of the womb as if it is still a newborn, the parents are destroying their own kids. That is the message in this. This is there in your life also. Too much love that is not allowing you to flourish and take care of your karma, take care of your pitru doshas, and walk out and create your own in the world, own space in the world. It's not being allowed because the parent is still thinking you are a newborn, and the parent destroys the child. And the guru also is embodied here. The guru, by showing fake love, by continuously licking and not allowing the disciple to walk out and find his own space, the guru is keeping the child, the shishya, under the traps. So the Devaloka is also embodied here. In the name of the divine, there is thugs and thieves. That is also embodied in this. The calf starts bleeding. The calf starts getting destroyed. You know, if a calf gets a small wound also, the calf might die out of sepsis. It gets infected and it will die. So here it embodies that the guru is killing the shishya. The mother and father are destroying their own kids by thinking that by giving them purely what they already have, which is the licking, that is the care, the money, by merely transferring money alone and not dharma to your kids, you are destroying them and placing them beautifully within the designs of Kaliyuga itself. That is the reason of Kali. Only money will be transferred, only gold is given. Otherwise, no dharma, no bhakti, no kuladeva jnana, no. Now I recently saw that even the Grama Devatas are now being positioned in some other names. Everything is being destroyed. Gurus are no longer there. Earlier, when there were 10,000 gurus for 10 lakh shishyas, at the end of Dwapara, now there are 10 gurus for 10 crore shishyas. That is why YouTube algorithms help. There is no need for all of us to meet under a tree. We are still talking. This Nakula's arrow explains very beautifully how dangerous when the cow is licking and killing the calf, it embodies the Devaloka itself in danger. Not just the parents who only give care and property and thinking that is enough, that's not sufficient. You need to give dharma, you need to give spiritual knowledge, you need to give the basic knowledge of the Shastra, you need to give the Kuladeva Jnana and stop destroying the Grama Devatas in order to gain some popularities. All this is happening now, right in front of us in YouTube and online. You can read all this. You try to say that if you project a specific deity in a wrong way, if somebody asks, they say that he is the thug, send him out. They try to quell and shut down divine voices. Of course, the deity is always there. They will take care. Up is down, just over minutes everything will change. No, we have to trust the deities. Let's not divulge. Sahadeva, the boulder. This is a very beautiful one and this is the most important one. In Kali, when the boulder represents the decline of the Jiva itself, right from Satyuga, the Jiva is charging down the hill while breaking out. All the trees are getting destroyed. What are the trees? Wealth. I know this person, so I am safe. I will use my power of knowing this person. It is disgusting when you say this. I know a lot of big names. However, if a trouble comes, I'll only call Ma Kali, not that person. And that person also cannot say that I will do this and all for you, so you please give me some favor. I will not do. Your contacts, your family wealth, the boulder is destroying all these big trees as it goes charging towards its own doom. However, it comes to stop under one small tree, one small plant, a tulsi plant that represents dharma. He who upholds dharma, even if that is not his biggest facet, will be saved from his own doom, as opposed to someone who does not have that plant at all. He has built all the trees and this plant is not even there. Even if you spend an hour in a day doing basic Nama Japa, your doom is stopped and you might be given a higher birth so that you can go higher and higher. However, if that plant is also not there, doom is guaranteed. The destruction is guaranteed. You big trees you build in terms of property. I know this person, knowing some famous person. I have so many people around you, but to realize that in the smashana you are alone, to save yourself from that moment where your jiva leaves your body and it's floating around and waiting for the next birth so that you do not get destroyed completely, that small plant at least you keep in the name of the basic Nama Japa. Nama Japa hi kar lo, you will escape. However, if you don't do that, this is a condition. Everything will be destroyed as you go into the doom. You cannot take anything with you. You cannot take wealth with you to your next birth. That is not true. You can take one wealth with you in your next birth, and that is spiritual wealth can be carried forward to your next birth. It is Navaratri, give me vidhi. Are Nama Japa kar lo, baitho and do the Nama Japa of Ma Durga with sincerity. That is sufficient. Vidhis are no longer as powerful as you think it is, because it is given for the few generations by not so true people, not so honest people. They are the cuckoos. The vidhi is not properly handed over to the next generation of gurus. Yahan pe hi power nahi hai usme. Elemental collapse has set in and procedural collapse has started. So the Nama Japa saves you. And Shri Krishna gives this beautiful message for people like us in Kali Yuga. That is why Kali Yuga has to be understood. Everything is not your karma. All suffering is not karma. Some suffering is due to the lack of the japa within the designs of Kali. So Kali is able to fully take control of you. The basic japa can save you. Japa. Do the japa with sincerity. Add the form. If you're doing Om Bhairavaya Namaha, it's time to add the form to it now. Om Bhairavaya Namaha is the Prakriti mantra. It takes in little bit of whatever the Prakriti gives you, it is able to take in and prepare you. However, now you have to go to the form. That is Vattuka Bhairava, Vattuka Swarna Krishna Bhairava. If you're ready for the challenges of it, if you're saying that I want to accelerate 3000 years in just 30 years, Kala Bhairava. But whether it is you are from Narasimha Kula or whether you are in the Shaiva path, Ma ADYA is the architect of everything. No Shakti Pida more powerful than her, no Mahavidya more powerful than her. She is the architect of all Shakti Pidas. She is the grand Mahavidya, the guru of the Mahavidya. She is the creator of the Trimurtis. There is no Kula above her. There is no Sampradaya that can embody her. She doesn't even give the Vidhi of her sadhana. Her Vidhi is Sampurna Bhakti. So what is the first step towards Ma ADYA? Sampurna Bhakti. What is the second step? Sampurna Bhakti. What is the third step? Sampurna Bhakti. What is the 1008th step? Sampurna Bhakti. That's all. If you have this, Om Angustabhyo Namaha, she doesn't ask for that also because the rituals have collapsed in her path. Merely by bhakti, one attains oneness with Ma Kali. I am an embodiment of it. Kar liya hai. Ritualistically, done everything. All perfect rituals I followed. Homa kar liya hai, Gau Seva kar liya hai. Ab bol raha hu main. Now I am telling you, the path to Ma ADYA is Sampurna Bhakti. Don't look, he will tell me something, she will tell me something. Okay, I need to hear this, only then I can properly call it Sampurna Bhakti. She is the whole list. Every other tree that the boulder broke, she will take care. She is the one who will take care of the entire Kula. No matter whether you are from Narasimha Swami Kula, ya Bhairava Kula, Kala Bhairava is your Kula Deva, or if it is a Grama Devata, or whether it is Mahavishnu himself, whether it is Tirupati Balaji, or whether it is Kodingullur Bhadrakali, whoever it is, she will take care of you. This is the first video I am posting while it is raining. Okay, so there is a dialogue where Sri Krishna is asked by Ma Ganga itself on how would Kali Yuga progress, and he says that for the first 10,000 years there is mild presence of the deities. However, by the most golden period is the first 5,000 years, and we have unfortunately we have crossed it and we are still here. Some of us will have to keep coming back just to give the knowledge that Ma wants us to give. For that also we will have to keep coming back, but she will take care of us. However, most of us should understand ritualistic worship is fine, but in Tantra, the body is the yantra, and the body has to live by the designs of Sri Krishna. He has given all the messages, who is also Ma Kali. It is time to realize that in the temples also there is dishonesty, things are not going perfect as per the vidhis. I hope I won't be shut down for that. Ma will take care for saying the truth, because her Ma today survives only on truth, so I cannot lie. Now we are at 5125th year, and the panic and fear that is within us has already been told, be it the father, the mother, the guru, the cuckoo bird, the wells that are running dry while the other well is overflowing with water. It is all already given by Sri Krishna. Now, being in the 5125th year, if you sit and tell me, how do I worship as per the procedures have collapsed. The point is the procedural collapse. This one you are not willing to accept. You refuse to accept this. Procedures have collapsed. Now, as per the promise, if we are distributing the photographs of Ma Kali, the vidhi that I will now be giving should be started on Amavasya. Also realize that Ma Adya Kali is at that state where neither the Shakti Pithas have come in, nor Ma Sati has immolated herself. There are other daughters of Daksha that you need to understand and realize and read about. All these paths needs to be clear. However, invoking Ma Adya fastens your pace across all of the steps because we don't have time. Coming back for 5 more births is not a great idea. And if at all you have to, because karmically you have incurred that much, at least let it be that we are not running around for basic survival and we are protected. So higher births at least we should have. This is the idea of Ma Adya Kali Sadhana. Ma Adya Kali Sadhana is a wrong term. Ma Adya Kali Upasana is the right term, because if it is sadhana, she has to be the top 100 list, and you will sit and watch your entire kula itself burn, but you will not move from there. Wow, the rain is really heavy. Okay, so how ancient is Ma Adya? To understand this, let us realize that she is so ancient that Mata Parvati is not yet taken birth. She is so ancient that the god, the Deva Loka cannot give you a description of Ma Adya. She is that ancient. Sri Adi Shankaracharya has very beautifully envisioned that so ancient is she that even the Brahma, Maheshwara and Mahavishnu cannot truly tell you who she is, because they do not know from where she came. She is that ancient. She is the embodiment of the divine feminine and divine masculine. She is so ancient that Mata Parvati has not yet come, which means she has not yet created our beloved Ganesha. You understand now? The Ganesha that we all love, pray to before every event, to remove the vignas, he has not yet taken birth. That ancient is Ma Adya. So we go to her saying that everything seems to be polluted. I am directly now calling upon you, the astral form. You itself take care of me and make me part of the cosmic body. So the only way to go to her is by bhakti. However, I will still give you a vidhi that will tune your body, that is the yantra, towards getting closeness with Ma Adya. Without realizing that the body is the yantra, there is no hope for progress in the path of Ma Adya, because dharma stands like the ox that stands on one single leg. It is your body that has to take you out of this 4 arrows that Sri Krishna said. You are 100% in one of those, you are trapped. Hoga hi hoga, because that is Kali's design, and he even Parikshit also was finally taken out by Kali. By lust for gold, even Parikshit was taken out, though he attained moksha by the blessings of Sri Hari. See, there will be a dhyana mantra. I will be releasing the procedure vidhi. There will be a dhyana mantra that has to be invoked, which will invoke her Adya form. There will be a sthava which is about 3 to 4 paragraphs. It has to be recited 64 times. Okay, 64 times. It is not very long, like the Kala Bhairava Ashtaka. It is not that long. It is very small, but it has to be invoked 64 times, because Adya Kali comes with the 64 yoginis. We cannot separate the yoginis from Ma. They are her, and each yogini is as powerful as the Trimurtis itself. They are that powerful, because they directly are in the seva of Ma Adya. Okay. Then comes the Om Adyaye Namaha, Om Adyaye Namaha, Om Adyaye Namaha. Choose the number of malas that you want to do. It can be 1, it can be 11,100 per day. How much you will do for the Sankalpa period, which will be from 11 days in the multiples of 11. It can be 44, it can be 33, it can be 22, it can be, you can keep on going, 88. How much ever is the Sankalpa period you choose, keep it steady. Restrict yourself unless there is some medical issue. Restrict yourself to just bare minimum meal per day. Okay, don't immediately when you are watching this video say that I am going to do the sadhana. Please read through fully. I am going to give sufficient time. As soon as you see, you don't have to start the sadhana. Take sufficient time, because it is Ma Adya. The rituals are also framed by her. The rituals are also given by her. She does not give a proper vidhi, because bhakti se hi aayegi. The only vidhi left is the yantra, and the yantra is the body, and it has to be tuned towards Ma Adya. There is no other way to go to Ma Adya. Refrain from all business related activities, financial activities. She will take care at that moment. Even if say 11 days or 88 days or some 111 days that you want to take the Sankalpa for, that nothing should be higher than her at that moment. Everything will be like top 10 Vayi Yogi, 11th you can do. Ensure there are no festivities and all. Your asana has to be fixed. If you are sitting in this specific room for the sadhana, you will only sit in that specific room for the entire 11 days, 22, whatever you do. You have to sit in that room and only do the sadhana. You cannot travel. Asana has to be stable. It is powerfully placed as the asana, and that is where you will come and sit every day. Do not move around. यहाँ पे बैठेंगे तो यहीं पे बैठेंगे. So if you choose 10 days, or sorry 11 days, ensure that for the 11 days there is no travel. Absolutely no travel. There should be only one thought, that is Ma Adya. The one who has not yet created Ganesha, the one who has not yet created the Shakti Pitas, the one who has not yet given the messages of the Mahavidyas, that Adya. Understand and realize how big she is, then only proceed. That I will also be releasing. So the Vidhi will be like this. You invoke Ganesha so that till you get her blessings, you need to be kept safe from your daily austerities that you have to go through in your life. Invoke Ganesha, invoke the Manasik Guru who is giving you this Padati. Invoke him for a minute and say, give me this knowledge that you possess. Now let me be part of you as a Manasik Shishya. Dhyana mantra that I will release. Sthava that I will be releasing. That has to be done 64 times. The Nama Japa mantra, choose your mala per day. Bhakti hai. You can do even 11,000 mala per day, is up to you. Only one meal per day, anything else is lavish. So keep this in mind while thinking how many days you are going to take the sankalpa for. Ek hi thought hoga Adya. There is no other thought. She is only one. The names of the yoginis also I will be releasing. Any kavach that you have perfected may be invoked. It is a very, it has, the Kali Yuga has zero impact on the name Ma Adya. She is in 100% Shakti that she was there at the time of cutting off Daksha's head, giving the Bali Vidhi. At the time of creation of the world, same Shakti she is there. There is not by reason that it is Kali Yuga and her name is also Kali. It's not by coincidence, it's a design. It is her name that will never, the fact that it is KLI Yuga and her name is KLI, it is proof that Ma Kali alone, her name is undisturbed in the Kali Yuga. The most powerful rising name in Kali Yuga, even Kali has no control over, is Ma Kali. Look at me, I am sitting over here in Kali Yuga and openly saying this because I cannot be touched, because even Kali Yuga, the most powerful Nama Japa, the small plant that the boulder could not destroy, is Kali. Same spelling, unka Nama Jap chalta hai. Untouched, absolutely no drop of it has lost Shakti. Now you get the message of Ma Kali. This message is from her Garbhagraha. So choose your Sankalpa period, 11, multiples of 11, how much ever you want, you do it. Ensure that you have, if you are taking the photo that I am giving you, or make a printout of Ma Adya's, whichever photo you like, print it out, laminate it, yeah, frame it. If possible, the most effective way is that it has to be the biggest photo in the puja room, because she's Adya. No other form is. She's Adya, above everybody, above every form. Creator of the Trimurtis, architect of the Shakti Pidas, mother and the guru of the Mahavidyas. Adya. Okay, so go by that. Daily make sure that before you have your meal, whatever is your meal that you will consume for the day, make that as an offering to her. So you should understand that this vidhi is quite complicated, because here you keep her at the highest and above even the body itself, and the body is being tuned towards Ma Adya. That is the understanding that you should have. So whatever you eat before you consume, make sure that that is offered as a Naivedya to her. Invoke her within that food and consume it. Vidhi is very loosely framed because Bhakti Marg hai. Before you consume a cup of coffee, offer it in front of the photograph. During the Sankalpa period, don't travel. However, if you have taken the photo and you have finished the Sankalpa, you have various options. Before you're traveling, you can place some fruits from nuts, offer in front of her, take her permission and travel and come back, and then continue the Vidhi. Not during Sankalpa, I am talking about Nitya, daily. How to keep, you have the photo at home, while you are worrying that you have to travel, how will you travel? This is for that. Not during Sankalpa, no travel. Asana should be stable. Photo hai, you can also do Amavasya sadhana for the photo after you finish the Sankalpa. Or don't take Sankalpa at all, you not take any Sankalpa, but you want to keep her photo, you can simply invoke her name, just recite the stava once every day. Pray to her and wish for higher abilities to sit for longer in her sadhana. She will give it to you very soon, because Her name, even Kaliyuga has no control, because even Kaliyuga was forced to take the name after her. She is that powerful. Even Kaliyuga ke naam also is from her name. That is who Adya Kali is. Okay? So, you are untouched. You are safe. Her mere name is defense from the designs of Kaliyuga. Even to say this, she is the one who is granting me the protection from the designs of Kaliyuga, because he is everywhere. Kali is a very dangerous yuga, and the design is such that he will destroy anything that stops him. However, in her name, the yuga itself is framed. So, that is proof that she cannot be uprooted or removed from the sadhana. It is her name that will save you. Now, so if you are not doing sadhana and you simply want to keep the photo, it's absolutely fine. Light a lamp every day. If you're traveling, take her permission and say that I'll come back and I will do your seva. Keep that, even if you're taking a small photo only, you're having a bigger frame in your house somewhere, make the frame bigger, let the photo be small. That is fine. You can yourself choose your most favorite photo. You can print it and keep it in this one. This sadhana should be started on an Amavasya. Only on Amavasya, because even the moon shall not be there when she is there. No Maya exists. Everything has to make way for her, because even Kali Yuga's name starts with her japa, Kali. So this is basic vidhi. Any other doubts and all that you have, please put it down. I will make a separate post on it. There is no rush. Sit down and think, meditate over her photo if you already have it in your phone and all, and decide on how to proceed with this sadhana, whether you want to take it as sadhana or a nitya upasana alone you want to do. Sadhana vidhi I have given. Now, Dhyana mantra will be recited once. Sthava is 64 times. The Nama Japa on the Mala, you decide the number of Mala you do per day, 1 meal per day. Refrain from other activities. Only thought should be her. The Yogini's names also I will be releasing. You can skip this if you are not looking for very fast progress. However, reciting this once a day is respect to her task force. The force, that's the spirit force that surrounds her, is the Yoginis. They are the ones who protect, maintain, every dharma sthala is protected by the Yoginis. And any kavach that you always do. So the photographs will be distributed. Yeah, there is no compulsion that in case you are not able to take care of the photographs on a daily basis, make her your shama and go travel and come back and do her sadhana, no problem at all. But do not stop yourself from keeping her photographs in your puja rooms. It is an extremely powerful vigraha. And it is Ma Adya. The earlier form, she went back. She has come back in the form that she wants to be venerated in, and this is the form. Chaturbhuja, Shiva's Trishula, Khadga raised, and the prana of the Asuric forces as well as the sadhaka held, and in the kappar, that is herself. So this is the form of Mahadya. Any other doubts, please put it into the comments. Watch this video many times before you decide on doing a sadhana. Be 100% sure that you can keep her photo even if you are not doing, because photo and vigraha are not the same, but the photo gives you the image that I am embodying here in this Garbhagraha. It gives you into your, this one, remember the video that I posted about adopted children incurring the genetical faults and designs of the parents. That is why we are going to Mahadya. So she just raises you above the Shakti Pitas, above the Mahavidyas, and just opens you to receive everything that is anti-Kali. Everything that is the opposite of Kali Yuga, she embodies it. So that is a basic vidhi. I think we are done. So please understand and keep this in your mind that it is the fear for the future and the urge to control future that gives you stress, depression, pain. Let go and realize that Sri Krishna has already given the message on what Kali Yuga is. It is not that you desperately need to correct things. It is only the Nama Japa, that will save you in Kali Yuga. And even Kali's name cannot remove, because in his name itself, Ma Kali is there. Even Kali cannot remove it. Jai Ma Adya Kali. Bhairava Kaalike Namostute. Om Namo Bhairavaya Namo 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 Bhairavaya Swaha. In the next 24 hours, I will be posting the Dhyana mantra, the Sthava, the names of the Yoginis, everything. Watch this video many times and then started. Do not fear keeping her photograph. Photograph and the Vigraha do not need the same level of sadhana. However, if you do the sadhana of the photograph like you would do to the Vigraha, there is no limit to what sort of vidyas you will be able to attain that are simply floating in the air. In the next video, I will be addressing about how Prakriti can be a teacher, how the gurus who no longer are having a physical body will talk to you, what is the Mahavidyas, and how the Mahavidyas are Prakriti itself. All this will be addressed in the next video. So ensure you watch this video many times. Don't be in a hurry to just waste your prana by blurting it out like that. You need to get the urge to 2-3 times watch and take it inside within you. Then ask the doubts. All doubts, all emails I read, and then I will put out a post that will address the doubts. Jai Ma ADYA.